The Riviera for 1985 climaxes a brilliant line of Buick personal luxury cars, founded in 1963. That year, when the first contemporary Riviera was introduced, Car and Driver magazine said, "It stands alone among American cars in providing a combination of luxury, performance, and general roadworthiness." The Riviera continues to be the consummate personal version of Buick's larger cars, the image car Buick prospects yearn for. Some few are fortunate enough to achieve it. They are your best Riviera prospects, the outstanding achievers among executives, top-flight merchants, professionals such as doctors and lawyers, and others who lease executive cars. But it's also important to realize that today, excellence and success are no longer restricted by age or sex or occupation. Indeed, there are thousands of affluent young men and women, many of whom might not consider any domestic car except the Riviera, who could become prime prospects. Don't overlook current Riviera owners as far back as 1979, who will certainly be interested in this Riviera. To tell any of these prospects anything less than the complete Riviera story, or not to offer a well-planned demonstration drive, could easily cost you your sale. One final note. Every feature you're about to hear is standard, unless otherwise specified. Now let's watch a Riviera walk-around that should give you a lot of really useful ideas.
Good evening. I appreciate your taking time from your busy schedule to stop by to see the new Riviera. I think that when you realize what the Riviera is all about, you'll feel the way many owners do, that the Riviera is an investment in your own well-being as well as in fine transportation. And I think the Riviera might be of special interest to you. The one thing you'll notice about the Riviera immediately is that it comes with an exceptional list of standard features. Of course, there are some fine options that enable you to personalize the car. But just as it stands, the Riviera offers far more standard equipment than do many others. The Riviera's value is also reflected in its traditionally high resale price. Many of the exterior colors are new this year. Notice how the grille sets off the car in an elegant way. The bumper guards, and black rub strips are all engineered to help protect your car. The optional tungsten halogen headlights are certainly worth considering because they give off more than twice the light of standard seal beam units. The cornering lights are standard. Let's take a look at the engine compartment. I've already released the inside hood lock, which acts as a theft deterrent. However, you might want to consider the optional factory-installed theft deterrent alarm system. The engine compartment is provided with an underhood light. In fact, throughout the car, there are courtesy lights wherever you would expect to have them. GM, of course, is famous for engine technology. This one is one of GM's finest, and it's the standard engine for the car. It's a 5-liter V8, and it's very dependable. The 4-speed front-wheel drive transmission is completely automatic and has an overdrive gear for additional economy. Furthermore, there's a converter clutch, which engages in 3rd and 4th gears to provide an actual mechanical linkage, which affords added efficiency. All standard, of course. By the way, power steering is standard as well. There are also several optional engines you might consider if you have special needs. The 3.8-liter turbo V6 with sequential multiport fuel injection, and the 5.7-liter diesel V8. Let's look at some of the other exterior features and details. The tires are steel-belted, radial-ply, self-sealing white walls. And the tread is all-season, which means they qualify as snow tires in parts of the country where snow tires are required. Yet there's no snow tire whine or any need to buy snow tires and change twice a year. Power front disc brakes are standard. Riviera disc brakes have special low-drag calipers as well as an audible wear feature which makes a chirping sound when the brake pads need replacement. Did you know that Riviera has 4-wheel independent suspension? It helps provide optimum tire contact with the road because each wheel can react to bumps independently. In conjunction with the Riviera suspension, electronic automatic level control is standard. It senses the load of passengers and luggage and automatically maintains the ride height. The trunk is equipped with a light and carpeting. It's a very roomy trunk, 15.8 cubic feet. This space-saver spare tire is light and easy to use if you ever have to replace one of the regular tires temporarily. Let's move around to the driver's door. Before we look at the front passenger compartment, I'd like to point out some features here on the outside. Notice these style chrome side view mirrors. They're remote controlled on both sides. Optional electric control mirrors are the same color of the car, and when you have them as on this car, they're both controlled at the driver's armrest. The extraordinary value of the Riviera is even more apparent in its interior. This car is equipped with almost every amenity you could want in a personal luxury car. Air conditioning, power windows, electronic cruise control with resume and acceleration features. You can adjust your speed up or down 1 mile an hour at a time by touching the correct switch. It has a 6-way powered driver's seat. Standard sound system is a Delco 2000 series electronically tuned AM/FM with clock. Incidentally, the automatic power antenna is standard. This tilt deluxe steering wheel is standard, and 45 seats in leather in the seating area are available. The headrests are adjustable. There are courtesy lights exactly where you would want them, on the doors, instrument panel, glove box, and front ashtray. Also standard are a headlights on indicator and chime, which also sounds to remind you of seat belts and key left in the ignition. Many buyers decide to equip their Rivieras with optional equipment to meet the needs of their specific lifestyle. For example, this Delco GM Bose music system with an electronically tuned AM/FM stereo receiver, seek and scan, clock and Dolby speakers. Clock and Dolby speakers. Clock and Dolby speakers.
Welcome to the 1985 Buick Action Library program. I'm Jim Perkins, and I'm pleased to have this opportunity to introduce what we believe is a very effective salesperson's product training program. You'll be able to benefit from it in many ways, now and throughout the model year. Your sales manager may use it to conduct a training session of your dealership's sales force as the 85 models are being introduced. And as an individual, you may want to use it on your own, in conjunction with a salesperson's study guide, to help fine-tune your product knowledge and presentation techniques. And there will be many times during the model year when you'll want to refresh your memory on one car or even just one special feature. The 1985 Action Library has been programmed for all of these uses and more. And the study guide contains simple instructions on how to get the best use from these video discs and the system itself. You see, there are several important differences between this year's Action Library and those of earlier years. The past programs were produced mainly for use in the showroom with consumers. But research showed us that the greatest and most productive use of the Action Library programs was by salespeople for sales training. And so for 1985, we're giving you what you've asked for in a big way. What you'll see, we're confident, will help each of you exceed even the sales records you set in 1984. Every 1985 Buick car line is presented in a sample walk-around, very similar to the kind of presentation you may be or should be giving to your prospects. But the 8 walk-arounds on these video discs show you a lot more. First of all, each walk-around is made by a person who not only has a solid understanding of the product and of effective presentation techniques, but who could be a prospect for the car line he or she is demonstrating. And that's important because, as you know, qualifying is one of the most crucial skills in selling. What does this prospect want to buy is as important a question as, what can I sell this person? And maybe even more so. In fact, qualifying, finding out who the prospect is and what he or she really wants, is the real purpose of the walk-arounds from the point of view of selling the car. Right up front in each walk-around, you'll get additional support in the form of concise marketing information which will position the product and describe the target markets that offer fertile resources for prospecting. Presenting the marketing information for each car is Buick's good friend, Mary Denham, who has done commercials and films for us. Furthermore, throughout the walk-arounds, you'll find extra little tips on how to present features to your prospects. For example, retired traditional buyers interested in a LeSabre would probably welcome knowing that optional tungsten halogen headlights provide more than twice the illumination of regular units to make nighttime driving easier. You'll find another helpful difference at the end of each walk-around, a concise summary of product changes for 1985. This feature will be useful for quick reviews. But let me offer you a friendly tip. You know as well as I that most new car buyers these days have been out of the market for 3, 4, 5 years, or maybe more. To them, every feature on a new car, such as a LeSabre, is probably brand new. And the bottom line is, any one feature could be the one that makes a sale for you. Therefore, these walk-arounds have been produced as if every car in the 1985 lineup is brand new. And if you want to do your best, that's the way you should make your presentations. You also need to be aware that, of course, not every feature and option of every car line is presented in these walk-arounds. Naturally, you should supplement the action library with study of the product manual. You should also realize that as professionals, you'll want to tailor your own walk-arounds to your own style, as well as to what your prospect indicates he or she wants to hear more about. And finally, be sure to marry your best possible product presentation to a well-planned demonstration drive. They must go together to generate the results you and I both want, increased sales. In fact, it has been proven that a demo drive doubles the chance of making a sale. To add it all up, the customers expect salespeople to treat them right, to sell them a car, to know the product, to be concerned about special needs and interests. Just think how you feel when you go out to spend good money on a product you may not know much about, such as a new refrigerator or a video cassette recorder. Don't you want the salesperson to take time with you? And don't forget, as prospects gain confidence in you, their resistance to a sale is lowered. But we're very fortunate, you and I, to be working for Buick, because when people enter a Buick dealership, they bring a lot in with them. First of all, they are serious. Research shows that more than 7 out of 10 walk-ins will buy a car within 6 weeks at your dealership or elsewhere. That's sure something to think about, isn't it? The other thing they bring in with them, in many cases, is an attitude toward Buick that already has things going your way. People know that Buicks are a healthy cut above the average, that they come equipped with standard features that are options on many other makes, and that there are higher expectations for the quality of ride, comfort, and convenience in a Buick. That's what Buick stands for in the marketplace, and those are some of the ideas people bring with them into your dealership. If that's the case, all you've got to do with many prospects is to demonstrate that they're right. Now, get comfortable. Get ready for the 1985 Action Library, and get yourselves prepared for our greatest selling year ever.